Hi everybody, this video is designed to be a quick tutorial on how to import content from a previous Canvas course into a new Canvas course. So this is going to be most helpful at the beginning of a school year. Remember the way that our corporation handles Canvas courses. They create your official Canvas course with your actual students in it. But at the end of every school year, they delete that course and any content in it gets deleted. So in a previous video that I've shared with you, I showed you guys how to save the content in your original course into a course that you have control over. So if you followed those directions, all that content should still be there. I'm going to show you how to now get it into the new courses that the corporation has created with your new students in it. If you did not back up your content from last year's Canvas course, unfortunately, it's too late. Those have been deleted. I guess you could try to reach out to tech support and see if there's any way they can find it again, but I doubt that's going to happen. So unfortunately, this isn't going to work for you. But if you did follow those directions and you did back up your content, here's how we're going to import it into your new courses. There's basically two different ways you can do this, and you need to decide which way is going to work best for you. The first way is to take everything you created and backed up from last year and import all of it into the new course. So that means every assignment, every quiz, every announcement, every discussion, every content page, everything you did last year would be uploaded into your new course. So if you're going to use all or most of what you created last year, that's the route you're going to want to go. Now, last year I used Canvas for nearly everything I did. So I have tons of content in there. Every quiz I gave, 90% of the assignments I did were all on Canvas, and reflecting, I'll use some of that again. Some of it I'll probably modify and tweak. And I know a lot of it I probably am not going to use again. So I'm not going to want to upload everything. I'm going to want to be more selective about the activities I want to transfer into the new one. So I'll show you those two different ways of doing it. The first way we're going to look at is how to upload all of your content into your new course. So you need to be on the dashboard of Canvas where I am. I backed up my content from last year and saved it into this US history course. So it's all sitting right here. But if you remember last year, the first step in backing up your content was first sharing it with Commons. So it should still be in this Commons um, uh, button sitting there that I can just upload it directly to my new course. So once the corporation has created your new course, and for the purpose of this tutorial, I just created a fake one that says new course, but yours would look more official, probably with your last name and the name of the course or whatever the corporation chose to call it. So I'm going to try to find my content from last year in Commons and upload it into my new course. So first you want to go to Commons. Remember, this is just where Canvas can store all of the items that you create if you choose to back it up to the Commons. So now that I'm in the Commons, I want the entire course that I created last year and saved to Commons. So I'm going to click on this blue courses option. And then here's the part where hopefully you remember what you called your course when you saved it, or what kind of tags you put on it. I almost always throw my last name on anything I back up to Commons. So here it is. So I just typed in my last name. I backed up my content last year by calling it Walden 8th grade US History. So this is all the content from that course. Remember the blue circle with the white square, that's a full course. So I'm going to select that. So once you find your course that you backed up last year, select it. Here it all is. Then over here, we're going to import it into the new course. Here's all of the courses I have control over. So you're going to want to find the new course for this year that you want. Remember, I just generically named my new course. And then I'm going to select import into course. And that's literally as easy as it is. Based on how much content you have, it may take a while for it all to get imported. But that's all you have to do. Hit one button, really, once you find your course. I'm going to go ahead and pause so I can give this time to actually load all of my content into my new course so I can show you that it actually worked. Okay, it's been about 2 minutes, and I can tell that stuff has started to get imported into my new course. Here's the new course. See right here, it says there are 12 announcements. That's because, as I mentioned, it pulled everything from that old course. So I had some announcements that it pulled. I don't want my students to probably see these announcements going into the year. I don't want them to think that I have 12 announcements waiting on them. So I'm going to probably want to go in and delete those. But if I click on new course, this was completely blank about 2 minutes ago, but here is my home page for my previous course. I don't know if it's completely finished uploading everything, but it's definitely started to do it. So that's the quickest way to upload new content. It is if you back it up to Commons and you want it all to be imported in, then there you go. It's one button. You find it in Commons, hit import, and select the class that you want it imported to. Now, if you can't find it in Commons, you don't remember what you called it, or for whatever reason you can't find it in Commons, but you did back it up to a course you have control over, which is what this US History one is down here, you can just share it to Commons again and then upload it the exact same way. So if you can't find it in Commons from the last time you shared it to Commons, go to your backup. This is my backup, the US History backup. Go to Settings, and you can share to Commons right here. You just need to fill out all of this information, remember what you call it this time, and then hit the share button at the bottom, and you would share your whole course to Commons, and then just go back to the first step that I just showed you. Go to Commons, locate it, and import it into your new course. Now, as I mentioned, I don't think I would want all of my information because I had so much of it, and I'm going to want to tweak some of it, and I know I don't want those announcements there. So maybe for you, the best option, if you created this backup, is to just piece by piece bring stuff over instead of doing it all at once. So, for example, I'm going to go into my backup again here. Excuse me. I have a tickle in my throat. So this is all my backup. And maybe I know to start the year off, I definitely want my home page back there again. I don't want to import everything, but I do want to start, I know, with this home page again. So to do that, you can share things piece by piece. I'm going to go to my pages to find my home page. Go to View All Pages. And I know that this page that I called the front page here is something I'm going to want to import into my new course. If you just go to the gear and select the settings in the gear and share to Commons, I'm just sharing that page. So I can fill out all this info. Again, remember what you call it. I always put my last name on it. And then if you've never shared it before, it'll say share down here. I have before, so it's just going to say update. And then just do the same process we did with the entire course. You would go find it in Commons, find just this page, find that in Commons, and import that into your new course. You can do the same thing if you want to just select a quiz or an assignment. You don't want it all, but you want to maybe assignment by assignment import it into your new class. You can do that. You can do that with quizzes. So let's say I know I want a certain quiz. So again, I'm in my backup folder that I created at the end of the year last year, my backup course. And I know I clicked on my quizzes, and maybe I know I want my third quarter post test. Click the gear. You can share it to Commons, do the same thing, fill out all the information, remember what you named it, then go to Commons, find that test, and import it into your new course. So those are kind of the two ways you can do it. If you know you want most or all of your content as is, you can go find it in Commons and import the entire thing, and then you can go in and maybe get rid of the announcements that you know you don't want. So you can go into your new course and delete the announcements perhaps, or delete some of the assignments you don't want. If you would rather not dump it all in all at once, so for example, I know I don't want those announcements, so I'm going to back up. I dumped it all in at once. I can go in here and delete the announcements that because I don't want those showing up for my new students on day one. So again, if you want it all or most of it, go find it in Commons, dump it all into your new course, and then maybe delete the stuff that you don't want. If you would rather, and the approach I would take is do it piece by piece, you'll want to do the second version that I showed you, where you have it all saved in kind of a sandbox course on your dashboard. So here it all is. This is kind of the my controlled one. And then when the corporation gives you the new course, just select the individual things that you want to move over when you're ready to move them over. If you think of this course as kind of a filing cabinet, When you're ready to use that test, then share it to Commons and import it into your new class. When you're ready for a specific assignment, you can share it to Commons and import it into your new class. So those are the two ways that you can move content into your new courses for the new school year. If you have any questions, you can always email me or check out Canvas's help guide down here. There are guides and videos to walk you through just about every aspect of Canvas.